Alright, I take it the stream's working. What's up, everyone? Hey, Justice. Thanks, man. I hope you're doing well. I've been loving all the fuzz videos. I think my cat wants to take my chair, so I might have to let her do that. Doesn't want to take the chair. Interesting. Just wants to hang out. Probably wants to go outside. Maybe I'll do that. And maybe I'll just dial up another song. And yeah, alright. So these aren't technical difficulties, this is just every day. I think guitar goes off first. And I'll make sure my guitar doesn't fall off the chair or anything. 1 second. Alright. Now, to put this back on in the correct order. Right. Alright, that's working. This is working. How is everybody? Orders to go. Thank you. I'm glad you're well. Brandon, I see ya. And Shahar Bar, why don't you get a tour together with Skankbanger? That would be a fun one. That's Ben Eller and Andy Wood's band, right? The 80s thing. That looks like fun. What a great break during mixing. What are you mixing, mate? Let me know. I'm gonna play another song. I've got my guitar pitched up with the Axe effects at the moment as well. So I've got a show on Friday, so I'm doing my kind of couple of days before the show, remember all the songs run through. Let's do Break You. I'll just mute my mic.
She's a desert runner. I think I wanna reach out and touch her, but I know I can't.
I got one more song to play in that weird tune-up thing. We got people from Minnesota in the chat. This is awesome. Who else is in here? Where's everybody tuning in from as well? That was a song called Break You as well, for anybody interested. A Ragdoll song. It sounds super weird. You can hear my guitar. It's in drop C. And I got the virtual capo pitching it up. So when you hear both together, it's super weird. Thrush Metal Studio. I'm actually mixing my guitarist and drummer's side project. I tracked the drums and he did all the tracks at home. That sounds awesome. Has that been fun? I imagine something like that where you don't have a whole lot of, pressure on, or investment's not the right word because you're always invested in your own music. But yeah, that sounds really, really fun. Alrighty. We got California and Oregon and Nashville and Gold Coast. What's up to everyone in the Gold Coast? Awesome. Denver, Colorado. Hey, I had one of the best birthdays of my life in Denver, Colorado, and I don't drink and I don't smoke either. And it was still a great birthday. When was that? 2014? Yeah, we played there. We actually did a show in... I can't remember the venue now. What was the name of the place? Lovely, lovely venue. Really, really nice. One of those places with like a short stage but then wooden floors. Oh man, I'm struggling to remember this one. But it was like in a suburb of Denver. It wasn't sort of downtown, but it was awesome. And my now wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she like surprised me and flew out, which was pretty cool. So we got to hang out and yeah, had a really, really lovely time. Bowler Theatre. No, it was a small place. I'm gonna have to look this up at some point. Oh, what was it called? Let's see if I can find out. I'll Google myself. How does that sound? What was that? Rewind Your Mind Tour 2014, and there should be some images. It was called, here we go, Ricky B's Sports Pub in Windsor, Colorado. And we played in Cheyenne the night before, and we played in, I think that was a pretty busy tour. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. The Manfort Durango. We played at a place called X Saloon as well in Lakewood. Wow, this is all flooding back. That was a really fun tour. So yeah, anyway, that's where we played. Where's the chat at? I can stop. Should come to France for a show. I cannot wait to come back to France for a show. We played 3 shows in France a couple of years ago. We played at a place called Dr. Feelgood in Paris, and we played a festival in Hyères, and we played what was the other city? Saint Etienne. We played there. That was really, really cool. It looks like the stream is kind of glitching out. Just tuned in from Michigan. Can you explain why there are a few speaker impedance curves and a lot more amps? Probably because they've only measured a bunch of cabinets. Yeah, this yeah, the stream's kind of going haywire. Hopefully that kind of picks up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's just because it's a relatively new feature and they've only measured a bunch of cabs. Do we have Zach Wish in the chat? You should go and check out Zach's band's album. And if Zach's still in the chat, please post a link to that because it sounds... Oh, here we go. Alrighty. This looks a little bit better on my end. Hopefully it catches up. Let's see. Thrash Metal Studio. It's hard to stay focused with mixing, but it's flattering that people are coming to me for recording now. You know the band Thor. Oh, cool. I do know the band Thor. That's awesome, man. No sound this time. Yes. Well, you guys let me know when I'm back to something resembling normal and I'll play you something. Favorite hot PAF sound in pickup probably the Martin A. Smith pickups that I have in my Les Paul. I think they're amazing. There may be slight, like they're not crazy hot, but they're just really, really good. They kind of transform that guitar. So yeah, awesome. Good old Australian NBN, exactly. It's a ripper. Alrighty, let's see if we can play some music. We'll do the most 80s Ragdoll song, Love on the Run. I like rock music. That song is so fun to play, far out. I haven't played these songs since probably the last gig we did, which is nice because it gives you kind of a chance to refresh and reset. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? I mentioned Zach's album before. You should go and check out Sean's latest single. I think it's called Ocean. So good. If you guys like guitar music, my gosh. And drums and everything else that Sean can play. The sitar on the choral sitar. I've done a video doing like a bunch of classic rock riffs on it, and I did a video about how it's used on Van Halen's Ain't Talking About Love. That's kind of an interesting one, because I was listening to that and I was like, man, something sounds really jangly, and there wasn't a lot of info about it on the internet. Rock rocks, man. Exactly. I should plug that thing in really quickly. Let's do that. Oh yeah. This is fun. Am I gonna... Yeah, hey, you know what? I can just play it in front of my other guitar. That's a totally normal thing to do. Let's do this. There you go. on earth do you play Norwegian wood? I'm rubbish. Rubbish. I get my music card revoked for that. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. This is a Dan Electro reissue. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. I need to. There's actually one of the new Ragdoll songs we're working on where I've convinced myself I'm going to play the solo on that thing just cause. Just cause. What's up, Matthew from Arkansas? One of my favorite places to play that I've ever played in my life is Eureka Springs in Arkansas. Had such a great time there. We did a couple of shows and loved it. Somebody was talking about... Oh yeah, I have a Duncan Custom 5 in one of my PRS guitars and I really like it if you like the hot path thing. I should have mentioned that. Going through your regular channel on the Axe FX3. Yep, it's the USA lead. Basically if you get that Leon's Live preset that's on the new Factory Banks, that's what I'm playing. Okay, I can ditch the pitch block now because I don't need it for these other songs. Let's see, let's do Rust, because Rust and Follow the Leader I need to practice because the solos kick my ass. And Torrance, what's up? I'm well. It's almost about noon here. It's raining outside, but I'm playing guitar inside, so happy days. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hopefully the sound didn't cut out too much. For my regular rock tone, I'm using the Archean, and it sounds great. I agree. That's a really, really good one. I like the Archean. Who was that? Mr. Hungryman69. Rezo, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah. Hopefully it's not buffering again. Yep. I got to fix this internet big time. All right. How do you play that part? Are you talking about the solo section? And then what does the solo do? Alrighty. That's the solo. Let me know which lick, because there's a... So this is how I think of that solo. You have the Ingve bit, and then you have the just kind of stop Phrygian dominant thing. Then you have the Marty Friedman bit. Love that. Major third to fourth, root flat 7, 5, sharp 4. And then that's a diminished seventh starting on the, I guess technically the G, but I'd think of it as the A note. And then this is a dominant seventh, so just a C7. Actually lands down on the fourth, which goes... So yeah, the bendy thing is, the two bendy things, the first one I'm thinking Phrygian dominant. So you take the major third and you bend it to the fourth, and then back, and then you hit the fourth. And then 5, flat 7. And then this. This is just, I'm pretty sure this lick's in Hangar 18, if you know that solo. So it's... So there's that little... What is it? Major third, fourth, fifth, flat 7. So the Marty thing is you start on the root note, you hit the flat 9, then the major third, and then the fifth. So if you think of a little like D chord, in this case it sounds like a C, like that thing. And the really clever thing is then he goes, so you have the 5, flat 5. But then you hammer and pull off from the major third to the fourth. Oh man, I stole it, so go ahead. You know, you're stealing from another thief. Why not? It's a really cool technique if you want that sort of sound where, you know, you could do this with a pentatonic, right? Even, actually, you could do like the Stevie Ray thing, you know, where he would go hammer on from the root to the ninth, and then... Yeah, big time with that. Oh, that's a ball terror, that lick. Big time. All right, so that's what happens in that solo. Matt Fleming asks, if you ever use a MIDI sequencer to help with preset changes or parameter control when we gig, we don't, because it's pretty straightforward. The main thing that I automate is the delay time, and I can do that with a tap tempo switch. So on the FM3, I have 3 switches. If I press switch number 1, I get scene 1. If I hold switch number 1, I get scene 2. And then similar thing for scene 3 and 4 on the second switch. And then I have tap tempo and a tuner. So that's all I do. And I only need 1 preset live. But if I was doing a gig where I needed a bunch of presets and we were playing to tracks, I would 100% do that, with like a Logic session or something like that. Because I like being lazy. If you're going to go to the level of setting up backing tracks, adding a couple of MIDI tracks to do your kind of, scene automation, would be absolutely perfect. I've not done a gig like that, actually. I should set up our set to do that. But I did a video on, 2 videos on MIDI automation anyway. I hope you all enjoyed the, Rick, you mentioned Uli. I hope you enjoyed the Scorpions killer riffs. Dimebag was good at it. Yeah, Dimebag was good at all of it. All of it. Reza, I love the strength you play with. A lot of guys play it light and it doesn't have the same effect. I think, something comes up consistently where people are saying, I was actually thinking about this today, when people say, I'm not getting enough like input gain from my guitar or something like that. I wonder how much of it comes down to attack, and everyone has different attack. And, I grew up loving like Gary Moore and Stevie Ray and these kind of guys who are clearly belting the guitar, and I probably thought of it as like a kind of super macho thing as well, and I've grown to appreciate the softer attack over the years. But playing live, especially in playing these Ragdoll songs, they're quite it's quite a physical experience. Even playing Rust in that that end riff, that for me, the feeling that I now associate that with is like kind of being, it's taking like a lot of deep breaths because we're jumping around and, going hard. So a lot of it's kind of, you got to learn how to breathe with it as well. But changing your attack. I do a lot of acoustic gigs as well. So you got to play with a big attack for that kind of stuff. It means there's certain things you can't do, but I think that's kind of my default state, is like just brute force stuff. And you can even hear on this guitar. The guitar itself acoustically is quite loud and has quite a lot of dynamic in it. Anyway, Uli's super underrated, man. He's like the crazy. Richie Blackmore is the granddad of, neoclassical shred guitar. Then like Al Di Meola and Uli are the 2 kind of freaky weird uncles who went on a spiritual voyage rather than have kids. And Reckington, you've made about 15 patches on the FARK preset. Awesome. Taught me how to use a chromatic shift instead of just a detune. Yeah, so the chromatic shift's cool because you can, if you want, you can add feedback to the detune lines on there. I've actually got that on there. And how's it going, Dougal? I hope you're well. Let's play another. Let's do Follow the Leader, because this one's an all-out just kind of basher. Yes, the King's X is definitely showing. So, interesting you pointed out, I've got a wah here. So that's what's going on there. But on the recording, which I'm obviously playing along to, hey Sean, what's up? Thanks for joining the chat. I think I didn't even use a wah. I'm pretty sure I used there's a particular filter setting on the Axe effects. Let me see if I can find this patch and I'll tell you what it is. Where on earth would I have put this? Maybe I deleted it, which would be kind of dumb if I did that. Maybe it's here. Is this it? No, that's not one. Let me see if okay, I'm going to recreate this in real time then. Let's go back to where we were, and instead of a wah, what I did was it's a filter set up as an auto wah basically, and it is the what are we talking about here? Yes, the filter type. It's an all pass filter. That's right. So it's an all pass filter with the feedback turned up, and I think it's like an 8th order or something like that. And what you do is you attach your envelope to the frequency. So you get this kind of thing. Just adjust the attack a little bit. So this is an all-pass filter set up as a wah. I'll just mute my signal so you can get a better idea of this. That's cool, I forgot about that trick. Alrighty. Is this you singing? No, it is not me singing. So we're a 3-piece, for anyone who doesn't know, and our bass player, Ryan, is singing, and he has, like, the best voice ever. If I could sing like that, I don't know, maybe I'd... I don't know what I'd be doing if I could sing like that. He's got an amazing voice. Amazing voice. Let me screen cap this. Yeah, Ryan's just an animal. An animal. He can just show up and do that, like, no warm-up. If you heard the 7-string version of Rust we did, he did 2 takes of that. I just came over, drank a coffee, screamed, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Hey, I sing all our demos and I send them to Ryan, and he's the only other person who hears me sing, so yeah. Alrighty. Can we hear anywhere with me singing? Not just yet. Unless maybe go and listen to our live album and you can hear like a few backing vocals. It's not a great voice, unfortunately. Yeah, thank you, Tim. I'm really glad you appreciate that. Let me screen cap this thing for the all-pass filter auto wah thing. How do I do that? OBS. Window capture. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. I'm smart. I know what's happening. So, what do we have here? We have an all-pass filter. Order on 8. Turn the feedback. Basically, you can see with this all-pass filter, as you turn the feedback up, you get more of these notches. Envelope follower attached to the frequency. I would probably set the minimum frequency maybe around 200 hertz. The scale will set to 1, but I will turn the midpoint up to about 75%. Attack, try 120 and release a similar amount in milliseconds. So we get, I'll just mute my mic so you can all see it and hear it. Might go for a faster release with that one actually, just so that it kind of kicks back a bit faster. So the release I might do like 30 milliseconds. You can really hear that, the squelch on it. It's a really fun alternative to a wah, that all-pass filter, or you can do a kind of more traditional filter, touch filter thing by using a low-pass filter. So you have a traditional low-pass filter in here, but what you got to do is crank the Q up so you give it a bit of a knee right there, and then you get this. That gets you kind of more squelchy, neutron-y kind of sound. Let's hear that. Pretty fun. Filter Block, the unsung hero of the Axe effects. Where are we in the chat? Maybe I'll get rid of this window capture as well. There you go, now you can see my guitar. I'll play a few more songs in a sec. Sorry to tell you, but you're a lunatic. I love it. How do you keep track of all those settings? I don't have a life, man, so you know, you gotta fill it up with something. He says, only half jokingly. Yeah, who's meant to be working right now? I'm happy to be distracting you all. Sean Clancy, Headrush 112. I use a 150 hertz cut to make it sound okay and not boomy. Yeah, with full range speakers, you can always go a bit more extreme with your low cuts and things like that. I don't think that's a bad idea. Anything in Ragdoll with the synthetic drones in the FM3. I have that set up. I have that patch, a version of that patch that I wrote. I think I did a video about a little while ago. But yeah, that's my like break glass in case of emergency thing. If you have an issue with the drum kit, or you have an issue with the bass rig or something like that, if something goes down and I need to fill like 5 minutes of kind of space at a show without telling jokes, that normally gets about 45 seconds out of the way. You tell a couple of jokes and people start rolling their eyes. But yeah, the synth drones thing is pretty awesome. What sort of cabinet do you use for your room sound? None. I go straight into monitors. I do have a cabinet, but it's in a different room and it's mic'd up permanently for amp demos. But yeah, that's what's going on there. So what you can hear, I actually don't even have my monitors on at the moment. So this is what you would hear. That's the room sound, and then the Axe is going direct. Ever tried a Parker Fly? Yeah, they're amazing. Amazing. I would love to grab one at some point. I would love to get a Parker Fly, put like one of those Roland GK pickups on it and a piezo in it, and just have this like insane synth guitar, because I think that's pretty cool. I'm at work 3rd shift. How many shifts do you have? That sounds pretty hardcore, mate. Do you have an opinion on 2x12s? Most from 4x12 or 1x12? Yeah, I'd like a 2x12. The Boogie Recto 2x12. I actually sold mine recently. I just wasn't using it much. I shot some IRs of it, of course. But yeah, I sold that to one of my students, and they're super stoked with it. That's a pretty nice one. The Zilla 2x12s are really cool. How do you reamp? Could you make a video showing how to do it on the FM3? I've done a video doing it on the Axe FX3. It's almost exactly the same process. You just have fewer ins and outs to compensate for. So yeah, that's how I do that. There was a question somewhere that I meant to answer as well. That's right. Matthew Lakey got an MP1 with a 3-tube mod. How good is it? I was playing mine the other day through a Boogie power amp, and I was like, this is a sound. People thought Freddie Mercury had a terrible voice. That's interesting. I'd never heard that one. That's definitely not consensus, because most people would consider him like the best rock singer ever for what he does. So yeah, believe me, I don't sound like Freddie Mercury either when I sing. So let's see. 2x2x12 is a quad box. I would love to find some of those ADA vertical 2x12s or the Boogie ones. They were amazing. FM3 or Axe via Valve power amp, yeah, it's sick. It's a different experience to playing through a full range speaker, obviously, but it's kind of bone crushing in an awesome way. How do you revamp? I mean revamp, not reamp. I don't know what you mean by revamp. If you want to clarify that one. Ever heard of a signal station? Yeah. Were they signal station? Who did those? No, I'm thinking of the Sherlock Did Sherlock do those? Am I going crazy? They do like the fat heads that Carnival used. Interesting. The old Hamer Elites, yeah. Rezo, mate, we're on the same wavelength, mate. I've got an Elite, Cali Elite right there, which is pretty awesome. All right, you know what? I'm going to pull out the 7-string and do a song on it. How does that sound? I'll do the 7-string version of Rust, which is kind of meaner and nastier sounding. Dale Sherlock, yeah, I was right. I've never tried one of them. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've done a live stream with the JP yet, so here we go. I forget what this color is called. Egyptian mist or something. Egyptian smoke. I call it metallic olive. You can hear straight away this is acoustically a little bit plinkier sounding. That's a scientific term, but my God, does it roar. Yeah, I will leave the video, Massimo. It's 6 a.m. in Italy, mate. Get some rest. Get up in the morning and have some of that fantastic Italian coffee, and you can watch it again. Yeah, Sherlock, he made some great sounding rat gear. I think I have to track some of that Sherlock stuff down. I wonder if... Is he still making stuff? I feel like, wasn't he in like South Australia or something? I feel like I should just send him an email and be like, mate, you're the only person I know in Australia making rat gear. Bought a pair of Dweezil Zappa's old atomic reactor, the tube FRFRs. No, but there is a local guitar player here who I reckon the most impressive rig I've ever seen. He had 2 loaded down amps, 2 2x12s, and 2 of those 2 atomic reactors with like a rack and a whole Bradshaw style thing, which was pretty amazing. I think he ended up selling all of it and getting an Axe Effects, but yeah, they're pretty awesome. It sounded really, really good. All right, let's do this. Let's find this version of Rust in drop A.
I'm
Yeah, trying to remember how to play the solo in A is interesting. How on earth does that go? There we go. My gosh. There we go. Okay, so apparently that's how you do it. No wonder why it took me like 6 takes to play the solo. All right, sound is out of sync. Oh no. Egyptian smoke, yes. Like I said, metallic olive should be the real colour. If you come to New Zealand, I'll come to the concert. Oh man, I want to come back to New Zealand so bad. We did like a corporate thing there at the end of 2019 in Queenstown. Amazing. Everyone, like, you get to the airport in Australia, even though I'm Australian, and you know all the security's like, yeah, what are you coming back here for? Whereas, like, you know, we arrive in New Zealand, and Ryan and I came out and we're like, okay, where are we meant to go? And this guy comes out, he's like, you know, an employee of the airport or border protection. They go, oh, hey there, my bros. If you just want to come over here, if you're from Australia, you can line up there, and they will process you. I was like, this is the nicest person ever. And then everyone at the airport was just so awesome, and everyone we met was really, really lovely. So, yeah, it made me really happy when the Kiwis won the World Test Championship recently because, yeah, some of the greatest people on earth. Alrighty. Where are we at in this? Yeah, so that's the 7, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun. Take a look at the cartoon. So the random guy in the comments, I'm glad you caught a live stream. You know, I was chatting about, are you in the Discord? Because we were chatting about that yesterday. Looks really, really cool. I want to try that Kataku, if that's how you say it. Their like tube screamer thing with the modular chip and something like that. So did Queen own a town? Hey, if Queen were going to own a town, it would be Queenstown. Pretty awesome place. You know what's cool? You know, so people have been asking me like, how do you like the 7? What are you going to do with it? It's awesome, obviously, but I've been playing clean on it heaps, and I've done a bunch of gigs with it, using it as like basically a bass guitar / acoustic guitar because it has a piezo. So I can just play stuff like this on it all day. If you're playing it in drop A as well, you know, you kind of standard bar chords just become that. So 7ths become this, which is pretty awesome. I'm Samurai Pizza. Well, there you go. I'm definitely going to try and track one down. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, mate. If you have any suggestions for Fractal stuff you want me to cover in the future, please let me know. Let me turn my mic off so you can hear this. sure the middle position is a split thing. So let me go back to my main thing. So if you like that kind of genty thing with the middle pickup, it's pretty awesome because you can go from. Let me just mute myself again. So I'll do bridge, then I'll do middle. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, me trying to do the double thumb thump thing, that's not going to happen. It's pretty cool for slap stuff as well, in my capacity to do that anyway. So yeah, that's kind of fun. Nah, that's just a thing. It's something I was kind of working on that. Trying to. That would sound cool with a clean sound, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it now, kids? Let's try it. Let's try it with a clean amp. Band Commander, that's what I want. Middle pickup. Something like that. Anyway, it's something I should probably work on. I think I've recorded that at some point. Yeah, that middle pickup's pretty rad. And then, if you do the lead thing on the neck pickup, my gosh. Definitely has a Petrucci thing. Do you ever write with artificial harmonics? Yeah, some stuff. Let me think. That, I guess, I really like, playing, say you just take a blues lick, but you, where I just think I'm picking, so I'm just thinking about the tapping 12, 5 or 7 frets higher. You're gonna go Gent Prog, just tell me now because I love that style. Hey, I love that style as well. I have loads and loads of little demo riffs of that kind of thing. I've never just sat down and kind of tried to tried to write something coherent. I mean, if you've seen my Listens to Once series, that's my attempt at kind of using some of those ideas, like that little polyphia style thing. That one goes 7 strings doing my head in. There we go. What on earth was that? That's it. That's fun. That's really fun. Why am I doing it there? I could do it here. Something like that anyway. Yeah, like the pickup is based on the Air Norton, is my favourite neck pickup. I love the Air Norton as well. The liquefier is so good. I've got a liquefier 6 in my RG. Yeah, it just kind of has that thing, hey? Too much fun. The piezo is really, really cool. Where are we at in the chat? I'm going to jump off. I'm going to play one more song back on the 6 in a second, and then I'll jump off. So if you've got any other questions, get them in. Check out some early Ginger. Ginger are great. Really, really like them. The key's making the combo sound great. I'm trying. Yes. Yes. All right. One more song. What should I play? What's a fun song? I might do Shine, because that's my favourite Ragdoll song. I'll play that one for you. Oh man, fun guitar. Very, very, very fun guitar. Try not to knock anything else off when I'm putting it back up. Alright. Where are we at? Shine, do I need a wah for it? I don't think I do. That's cool. I don't have any G&Ls, but you know, I'd love a Rampage one day just cause Jerry. Alrighty, I'm going to do a Ragdoll song called Shine, and then I'm going to jump off, and I got some video stuff to work on today, so stay safe, legends. Thank you to everybody who chucked a super chat in. That is awesome. That will go straight into the Coffee Bean Fund. I appreciate it. If any of you want to jump on Discord or something later, I will be hanging around chatting there. Peace.
We are waiting for the sun to shine. Shed my skin, lift the darkness from my eyes. No more tears to cry. Like the broken man.
I cannot believe I just butchered that. I want to know how many times I've played that solo. We'll pick it up from there. The Discord address should be, let me get it for you all, and then I'll continue butchering my own songs. How does that sound? I'll pop that in there. And to anyone who pointed out, King's X are like my favorite band, so yeah, the apple don't fall far from the tree on that one, does it? Let's see. Discord address. Here we go. That was really, really funny. Really, really funny. I'm glad you all got to witness that. Let's close this one. Pop that in the chat. Thanks again, everybody. Greece from Greece. I used to have an RG like that. When are you going to show the Atomic Amplifier some love? Yeah, I should pull that thing out because it's staring at me from the corner saying play me right now. I know someone mentioned my favorite amp in there. It's actually the 5150 model in there. And I have some presets that I shared somewhere. Hey, Brett. What's up? I hope you're all right down on, assuming you're at home, in lovely Mount Eliza. Alrighty, I'll put this Discord link in here, and like I said, I will bid you all farewell. Hopefully, yep, there's the code. Fantastic. Back to ruining my own songs. Let's do it.